Hello metal fans, I hope you're all doing exceptionally well today. So I'm going to crack straight on with the review for you now. It's a band from India. They've been going since 2010, and to be fair, the sound that they've got going is, and even the production, it sounds pretty sweet for a band that's only been going together for a few years, so very impressive stuff. They are called Fragarak, which really makes me think of Fraggle Rock, if anyone remembers that or has even heard of it. Describe them from the outset, I suppose we're talking about a kind of progressive death metal, but there's something, they've got a slight edge to them and it's kind of intriguing. So when I first started to listen to it, I have to say, didn't think I was going to like it, I'm going to be honest. So, but I gave it a listen, and I'm really glad I did, because I'm kind of getting into them a bit now. So it's quite, the first track, Savour the Defiance, sorry, I can't speak. It's really quite an unpredictable track in the beginning. It's about just over 9 minutes long, and there's some real strong vocals. It kind of comes in really soft, acoustic, folk-like. It kind of builds into this sort of almost metalcore sounding, but a bit stronger than metalcore, and then it kind of explodes into this sort of progressive death metal tune, and it's quite, I want to use the word powerful, but I don't want to sound really cliche and cheesy, but I've already done it. So no, there's a lot going on in this track, and like I say, the vocals are amazingly strong. There's some real strength going on in there, and it really can hold some of those gutturals for an impressively long time. So I would definitely say, I mean, if you are a fan of, say, Ishan, The Faceless, even maybe some Dream Theater, without a doubt, then you are absolutely going to get a bang on and proper into this band. It kind of, the Savour the Defiance, I can't speak, Savour the Defiance, it kind of dips and turns, and it does kind of like build, like I said, from this little acoustic folk sound to this great big mammoth heavy extreme metal tune, and then it kind of dips like quite back down into that folky sort of almost orchestral, but it's not an orchestral part, and then it kind of like has this almost locomotive effect. It just kind of builds and builds and builds and gets quicker and quicker, and and it just grows into this humongous beast of a tune. There's so much structure and tightness going on, and then it kind of, as it leads out, we get this guitar solo that starts to kind of trickle in, and it kind of leads out the tune. I was really worried because at first I thought it was going to be a fade out tune, and I got this real bugbear. I don't know if it stems from when I was at college, and one of my tutors, he hated fade outs, and he kind of made me hate them too. So yeah, I've got this bugbear against any bands who do fade outs. Just end it. It's not how you're going to play it live. You're not a pop star. So anyway, but no, it doesn't. Thankfully, it doesn't have a fade out on the end of it. So gratefully not disappointed in that. So the second track, Insurgent, it starts off completely different. So everything that you think you heard from the first track, just forget about it, because now it's completely changed. It literally dives straight in, doesn't even think about it, and it totally grabs you with this riff that is really, really addictive. It really sucks in, and it kind of shows a different side to the band. Now, I do have to say that in some parts I did kind of feel it was infringing onto Dream Theater type territory. I did kind of get that feel, but I don't think that can be seen as a negative way. I presume it's an influence, I don't know, but no, I did kind of get the sense from this track for definite. But there's some great signature changes within it. It's just constantly chopping and changing, and some fantastic drum lines as well. So that kind of that pummeling drum sound and the kind of the addictive sort of smooth riff, it kind of keeps going till you get about halfway through, and then it just switches up again. It goes to somewhere completely different. It's absolutely fantastic. It really is. It's really innovative sound with Fragarak here. Now this kind of area of music is not normally my cup of tea, I think, but the fact that they've blended in kind of the death metal vocal with the progressive metal genre, it gives it a kind of a different effect, and you've got the guttural vocals there, and it really does give it an edge, and it's something that actually I'm really into now. I really did enjoy it, you know, and there's so much of a mix within the sound that they've got, but it's not kind of just loads of different influences pummeled in together just to create a metal band. You know, there is definitely a lot of structure and a lot of thought has gone into the playing and things, and they are tight as hell. I mean, you've got to be chopping up and doing time signature changes and things. It's very difficult, you know, especially at the speed of which they're changing all the time. So they're pretty creative guys, we should say, without kind of like sucking up to them a bit too much now. Anyway, so the final minute of Insurgent does kind of play out with the slick guitar solo, which does seem to be a pattern from the first tune, and but I mean and then to kind of end, it almost went in reverse. So it was where it kind of slammed in at the beginning, it kind of just it sort of trickles out and fades out to, it doesn't fade out, sorry, my apologies, and it just kind of takes a reverse tune and sort of finishes up a bit softer than it does at the start. But I mean, to summarise up with the band, I have been gabbling on for far too long now, looking at the time. Honestly, definitely a band to check out. There's not a lot knowing about them at the moment, but I'm pretty sure they're going to start building up a decent name for themselves. They've got this beautiful sound that has been mixed incredibly well for a band, like I say, have not been together all of that long. You know, hopefully over on this side of the world we're going to start hearing a lot more from them, because I would love to see them perform some of these, you know, these 2 tracks live. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. So like I say, the band is called Fragarak. I forget the name of the EP, Crypts of Dissimulation, I'm sorry, and go and check them out. Do it.
Cipher.